White flag raised, off and running in the Grade 1 Tattersalls Ireland Novice Hurdle. The trip is 2 miles, 8 flights to jump. It is Blake, Ballyfad, attended by Davy Crockett. On the outside is the mare Switch from Diesel, with in between horses King Rasko Grey. In the white cap is Cocktail Brute, and then Talk the Talk, and starting 15, Le Devion Font is followed by the Reverend, and then Mr. Pessimistic in the back marker. Having jumped 1 flight is Tyson Fury. Ballyfad presses ahead by length, heading on towards flights 2 and 3 past the stands, with Blake disputing second place with King Rasko Grey in the quarters, and then Switch from Diesel and Davy Crockett. Not settled as of yet. On the inside, starting 15, and then Cocktail Brute and Talk the Talk. The Reverend next, and then Le Devion Font. Flight number 2, it's Ballyfad the leader, by over a couple of lengths to King Rasko Grey, edging into second from Blake, and then Switch from Diesel, starting 15, and Davy Crockett, and then Cocktail Brute, the Reverend, Le Devion Font. On to the third, the second flight past the stands, and it is Ballyfad and Jack Kennedy, heading towards the back straight, leading King Rasko Grey, Paul Townend on the outside of Blake and Donna Myler. Improving onto their heels is starting 15 and Sean Flanagan, and then Switch from Diesel and Daniel King. Davy Crockett next, racing together Le Devion Font and Cocktail Brute, and then Talk the Talk, the Reverend, Mr. Pessimistic, and Tyson Fury remains the back marker with less than 10 furlongs to go. And it's Ballyfad by a couple of lengths to Blake, sharing second with King Rasko Grey, and then Switch from Diesel contesting the fourth, with starting 15, followed by Davy Crockett and Cocktail Brute and Le Devion Font. Talk the Talk next, with the back three, the Reverend, Mr. Pessimistic, and Tyson Fury. On to the first of 3 in the back straight. Another 5 to jump. Almost at halfway, it's Ballyfad up over from King Rasko Grey and Blake. Switch from Diesel next, on the inside starting 15, and then Davy Crockett as they reach the halfway stage. And it is Ballyfad over the next in the back straight. Pops it in a lead of a couple of lengths from King Rasko Grey, and then Blake. Switch from Diesel starting 15, followed by Davy Crockett. Edging a little bit closer on the inside is Le Devion Font, and then Cocktail Brute and Talk the Talk. Racing towards the final 3/4 of a mile, and the last of 3 in the back straight. 3 more to jump, and it's Ballyfad continuing in the lead over this one. Runs down the hurdle. King Rasko Grey fairly close on the outside, and then Blake starting 15. Switch from Diesel, tracked by Davy Crockett and Le Devion Font. Cocktail Brute and Talk the Talk, and the Reverend, Mr. Pessimistic, and last of all is Tyson Fury. Heading off the back straight with 2 flights left to jump, the Tattersalls Ireland Novice Hurdle. And it's Ballyfad joined by King Rasko Grey. A break of a length to starting 15, who's just gone into third. From Switch from Diesel, shuffled back into fifth is Blake. Together next to Cocktail Brute and Davy Crockett, and then Le Devion Font, the Reverend, Talk the Talk. Still being held together at the back of the field is 2 behind, Mr. Pessimistic and Tyson Fury. They've really tightened up. Heading towards the second last, King Rasko Grey on the outside, into it first from Ballyfad, and then starting 15, Blake next, and then Switch from Diesel, Le Devion Font and Talk the Talk is starting to tick off 1 or 2. Cocktail Brute, the Reverend, Mr. Pessimistic, dropping out tamely is Davy Crockett, and continuing the back marker and losing its rider there on the turn of the straight, the Reverend and Harry Cobden. On the run of the final flight, King Rasko Grey from Ballyfad. On the inside, mounting a challenge is Blake. Not much between these 3. Down the outside is Talk the Talk, then starting 15, Le Devion Font and Cocktail Brute. Switch from Diesel, 1 left to jump, and precious little between. King Rasko Grey landing with Ballyfad. Coming at them is Talk the Talk on the outside. Inside the final 100 yards, Ballyfad battles back on the inside. Talk the Talk on the outside. Ballyfad, Talk the Talk goes to the judge. King Rasko Grey right on top of them in third.
Oh, what a finish. Fantastic finish. With Talk the Talk this side flashing home, having been held up. Ballyfad far side. In the middle, King Rasko Grey. King Rasko Grey and Ballyfad dominated the race. They set a steady pace. They quickened off the turn. They looked to have it between them. Ballyfad saw off King Rasko Grey, and then did Talk the Talk run him down. On the exchanges, they believe that he did. 4's on this side as against 4-1 against far side Ballyfad. Very tight. Ballyfad and Talk the Talk flashing past together, and they're even more convinced on the exchange that Talk the Talk's won now. 2-13. Ballyfad 11-2.
First number 9.
Talk the Talk wins.
1. Third number 4.
Talk the Talk has got up to deny Ballyfad in the dying strides, held up in a race that was quite steadily run, I think, but he's come home strongly and he's just got there ahead of Ballyfad, who had a protracted duel with King Rasko Grey, got the better of that horse, having been headed, looked like he was going to win Ballyfad, but Talk the Talk has just nailed him right on the line. And he was the 3-1 favourite.